Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I will be talking about another concept duck typing, which is like a way to achieve polymorphism. And the term says that if something walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it must be a duck. Doesn't matter whether it is really a duck, but its behavior should match with the duck, and then we can say it is duck. So it is basically the concept related to dynamic programming wherein the type or the class of the object is least important than the method it defines or the behavior it gives. So let's try to understand it. So I'm having a variable a which is taking 2, and I'm having another variable with b which is taking 5. If I'm going to print this by a plus b, so I'm trying to print the sum of a plus b, so it will go ahead and give you the result as 7. Now what is happening here is when you are saying 2, a is automatically turning it to integer based on the value we are assigning, and similarly for b, 5 is an integer, so b is a kind of integer, and there is add function defined for the integer class, and that's how it is working. So you need not to go and explicitly say that integer a equal to 2, and that's why we are saying it's dynamic programming. Based on the values we are assigning, it is automatically typecasting that. Now if I will go ahead and make it float 5.8, it will still work because float class also has a function add, and that's what making it work. Now how can we implement the same concept in our other classes or the custom classes? Because when we use duck typing, we do not check the types at all. We are just bothered about the presence of certain attribute or method, and if it's there, we are good to go. So let's create a class car, and it is having a single method get color, which is not doing nothing fancy, rather just printing color of the car is red. Similarly, I will create another which we can name it as truck, and color of the truck is, we can say, blue. I will copy the same thing again, and I will call this time class as a bus, and color of the bus is green. So these are the three classes I have defined. Each of these classes have their own get color, which is printing some message. Okay, now let's go ahead, and now if you want to invoke these methods, so one way to do is get car and c dot get color. So it will go ahead and print the required message of the car class. So color of the car is red. So same thing we can do it for bus and truck. Let's create some more variation with this. Now I'm going to define another method, get vehicle color, which will take obj, and here obj dot get color. Okay, so what we are trying to do is I have created a new method which is taking object as a parameter. So whenever you want to pass object as a parameter, you simply need to say obj, and whatever the object we are passing, we want to call the respective get color function. So if I will go ahead and create an object of car, then I can simply go ahead and say get vehicle color C, and what it will do is it will go ahead and say color of the car is red. Now if instead of C you are taking bus class, then it will go ahead and say that okay, color of the bus is green. So it doesn't matter what type of class it is. The only thing which matters is it should have a required function which is get color. So as long as the get color function is present, we will be able to make a call. So this is the major or the idea behind the duck typing. So you are least bothered who is calling, but whoever is calling or the whatever the object or whatever the type of the object is, it should have the respective attributes and the methods to make a call. So I hope you enjoy learning this interesting concept, and keep watching.